Greetings. I hope that everyone is enjoying this new moon in Sagittarius. I hope that you can see these cards. It's a little bright in here. And I tried to position the camera in a way where you could see the cards. Anyway, talking about this new moon in Sagittarius, which I love because my moon is literally in Sagittarius. So I love the adventurous energy of it. That's what gives me my spark. You know what I'm saying? And also Sagittarius also lies in truth and justice. So I really love it. So far as my Libra energy is concerned, I really love new moons in Sagittarius or any moon in Sagittarius. So they say that this moon, of course, with newness, it can be the restart of things, which I think is very interesting because our Mercury is in retrograde. So when we redo things, right, we can restart, we can review, we can reconsider, we can reconnect. There's so many things that you can do with this moon to bring in newness, right? The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks. But be careful that you don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning, right? They say, it can signal that a trip away is coming up, right? That part of that adventurous part of this moon. Um, the attunement to this moon says to count your blessings, literally. Write them down and say them out loud. Because a lot of times we don't realize how abundant we really are. Or some of the things I was just telling my daughter the other day, because she had a job interview, and I said, you know what? You need to remember some of the things that you did when you graduated college and came home. You've accomplished some remarkable things in a short period of time, and I think we tend to forget that. We tend to forget how powerful we are. So write it out and really look at yourself, not in an egotistical way, but in a way that denotes pride in your accomplishments, humble pride, in gratitude for what you have accomplished. Um, but they said the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. You need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of studying or teaching. Don't be narrow minded and start a week of gratitude practice. And you can do it electronically in a journal or blog, right? So I think we're in a lucky state. Luck is on our side. Um, let's go with the side of luck. Let's go with the side of what we wished upon on that star is coming true. That's the energy that we're going to go with for this new moon energy. Let's not have any doubts, right? Nothing is set in stone, but if you have the energy of optimism, you can create miracles, right? So that part. Now, two cards came out for the energy. It didn't even allow me to shuffle good before these cards popped out. 22 yin yang, 7 community. We'll start with yin yang. Passive, active, and intuitive and logical. Okay? So each side carries something for us. It's never bad. There's no bad side in this, right? This card represents energetic life cycles, right? Which is right on time for the new moon in Sagittarius. And its purpose is to help you identify the particular cyclic energy moving into or out of your experience, right? It heralds the yin cycle. So this card kind of came out sideways, and it is deuce deuce 22. So I'm going to say it came out both ways, up and down, or reversed, as they say. So this card went upward. uh, it heralds the yin cycle, where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things, right? So there's a lot of undersurface things that are going on. This is why during a new moon, you can write down your new intentions. You can create, right? This cycle often tells you to go within and examine your present activity or what you're doing, right? So you can be reflective, okay? So it's about being more than acting. So you're planning. You're still in that planning stage. You're still creating, right? We're not really planning, but creating definitely, okay? And then reversed is the yang cycle, and it's active and it's outgoing. So everything is out now. So now you've created things. You've created a new beginning, and now it's time to change what's going on the outside. Because whatever you created on the inside is going to force change on the outside. Yin yang works together, or yin yang. Some people say yang, which is probably the best way to say it, the proper way to say it. So let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of this highly charged young time energy, right? Um, I think that we're in a balance right now, and I've been saying this a lot lately. That phrase comes up once a year a lot, but we are in a balance right now, and I feel like we're at that earth splitting moment where you can go one way or you can go the other, right? I don't feel like I feel like we are at an in between, and we really need to make solid decisions on what our next moves are or what we plan to do next. So that's why yin yang is there. Yin yang is there to help you make these very important decisions that we need to make. But don't go ham. Because the new moon in Sagittarius can make you go really extreme. So then community came out, which I thought I was going to say, nope, I want to reshuffle and put it back. Then I said, no, this is important because this is about female connections or divine feminine energy connections, right? Not necessarily a woman, but just the energy of divine femininity. And that doesn't mean men that, walk around behaving like women. What it is every man and woman and child holds codes to divine feminine and masculine energies. That means a man is going to hold the door for you. He's going to be considerate. He's not going to be narcissistic. That's divine feminine energy coming through in a man. Okay? I'm not talking about anything with gender and sex and stuff like that. So this card shows 3 women celebrating, sharing ideas, and supportive energy. The lights in the picture represent your ever-present spirit community as well. When this card appears, it indicates an association of some kind. It may be casual, connection, like-minded people, joining a club or community of some sort, or even a business partnership. This is why this is so Libra. This is a Sagittarius reading, but I always see Libra in the readings. Lately, I've seen a lot of Libra energy coming through in the readings. It could be because Aries and Libra's axis, right, is in position right now. So either you're going to have a lot of Aries fire energy coming through or a lot of air Libra energy coming through in your readings. I've noticed that even in other readings from people. So the time is right to make such new connections and to share your intentions. Networking and community are important, especially at this time of year. I celebrate Kwanzaa, so I love getting out and networking and connecting with folks who are like-minded like me. It's true that whenever several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power in the energetic realm. So if you find someone who has like-minded energy like you, who's vibrating off the same frequency, right? It's nothing wrong with connecting with them so that you both can bring forth and birth the new earth, the new energy, the new world order, right? So I'm really enjoying this reading thus far. And then I said, you know what, let me talk to the goddesses a little bit because I haven't in a while. And Nematona came out. Nematona, right? Sacred space. And I love this card. Look at that. I love her. I love this card. It's so peaceful. She's surrounded by lights, lit candles, and beautiful sacred geometry. It says your sacred space is within you. By creating an altar, so this is my altar, my shrine. Okay. By creating an altar, right? Or you can visit a place that has a shrine, right? Or a sacred site. You connect with the symbols and the energy that have been infused with meaning and prayer over the centuries. Don't take these symbols lightly, for they are powerful indeed. Because if you hold up the peace sign, right, or a love sign, you know what I'm saying? Or even her stretching her hands up. Those symbols matter. They create energy, their power, their energetics, right? So when you connect with sacred symbols, you help your inner sanctity find a home in the outer world. You also tap into ancient wisdom and spiritual grace of the old ways. Explore spirituality through your sacred symbols and sites and allow your soul to joyfully meander among the various ways available to you to unite with the divine. It's not a matter of how you connect, but that you do it frequently, right? So maybe one of the new things that you can do with this new moon energy period is clean your shrine, which I did. I cleaned my shrine. You can create a shrine, just a little space in your area where you go to find peace. Create a peaceful space, right? And we all need that. We all need a space where we can sit in the sun, sit quietly and meditate within your home, but also within yourself. I just told a girlfriend the other day, I gave her some advice that I got from my shaman, which was to create a room create different rooms for her emotional state. So like she's grieving her husband, I said, create a room for him. Create a room in your mental mind that you can go to, and you can open the door, and it's beautiful. You decorate it any way you want. And when you're ready to come out of that, you come out of the room and you close the door, and then you move on with life. And whenever you want to feel sad or happy or want to share with him, because he's no longer with her physically, you go mentally to that space in that room. I think that was some of the best advice we have, because it empowers us. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. So, I didn't even do my cards. So, let me do mine. So, our Moon Magic card came out. This really pretty picture. And it came out, my words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. A lot of times, we talking a lot of yin-yang shit. Right? And we need to be speaking with compassion and love and grace. You got to give grace. I went out to dinner with some girlfriends the other day, and the waitress treated us real bad, y'all. I ain't going to lie. Like, she did not deserve a tip. So we ended up giving a tip to the other waiter who we had to keep calling on to help us. But I said to myself in the end of it all, before we left, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give her at least something, because we never know. She could be going through something in life. Her mom could be dying. She could have just experienced a death. We don't know. One of my girlfriends, she pondered that she thought the girl was just race. She just didn't like black people. But that's easy to go to, when in this climate that we're in now. It's easy to think that and not recognize that maybe other people might be going through something too. But she was real rude, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But my heart couldn't just say no. I had to be compassionate and give her love, even though she did not give us much grace. She wasn't nasty. She just wasn't attentive to us as patrons of the restaurant. So, whatever. But she was very attentive to other people who did not look like us. I just want to put that out there too. So we all have to learn that our words and actions need to be of beauty, compassion, and love. So I love that. And I'm just going to shuffle my cards because I forgot to do it earlier. And look what came out. I will reach my financial and professional goals. I will reach my financial and professional goals. So, can you see that? Okay. So, overall, I look at the new moon in Sagittarius energy as newness, like something new. And I feel like right now is a time to go within, to go back and go over things. Make sure that you're moving in the direction you want to move in your life. And, a lot of times when you do go within, it doesn't mean that you can't get advice from others, right? It doesn't mean that you can't come back to your community or the people you love or some trusted advisor and talk to them about your inner conversation with yourself, right? Because Mercury is in retrograde and Mars, I believe today, just went in retrograde, the new moon in Sagittarius energy is not going to feel so adventurous. The adventure is going within at this point. Okay? So we got to go inside and take care of some things. And then when all this stuff comes out of retrograde, we can bust back out, right? So take this time right now. We planned in our last moon. Now let's create in this moon. And then once you create, then we're going to let it all go, and people are going to see what you're doing out here and how you want to be seen. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. and month, because we're coming to a close soon. So this year will be up before you know it, in a blink of an eye. So take time to create so look at your plan, right, for next year, and take time to start putting things in place for creation, right? Let's start creating. And then let's see where we are by the full moon. Let's see where our energy is. I would love to come back and do a Mercury retrograde one, because I think it's important to kind of understand what retrogrades are about. I think we have a fear of retrogrades, when really it's just a time to go clean up. So, anyway, take time to do what makes your soul happy. Be happy, be light, be love. Namaste, Necilia.